So this is the Madisonville riverfront. This is the defunct river. That bridge opens. One of my favorite cafes. This is the Abita Cat Roasting Company Cafe. I love this place. This is Madisonville, Louisiana. Defunct River. This used to be the Riverside Bar. It's a lot nicer than it used to be, y'all. Now it's called, looks like Social. Ooh, it's much nicer than it used to be. It used to be just a fun dive bar. There's the bridge. People going under. One thing about living in Madisonville is that this bridge opens multiple times a day, like on the hour, to let big boats go through, and it's controlled by the Coast Guard actually. So the town doesn't really have anything to say about it, but let me tell you something. It causes big traffic problems. Okay, walk to the corner. You can see over there, it's gonna be Morton's. It's a famous seafood place. Everybody around here knows Morton's. Cross over there. Okay, now we're getting in front of Morton's. Hot boiled seafood. If you come to Louisiana and you want some crawfish, here you go. Morton's restaurant. There you go. Walk across the street over to the river. This is the place to be around here on a weekend or any time. Place to be. This is a very old town. Very old. Lots of stuff here. It's got the Madisonville Boat Parade. Happens every year. For Mardi Gras. Lots of festivals and stuff down the street. Beautiful houses. I used to live here. I regret selling my house, but if I had not have sold my house here, I would not have all the adventures that I've had. Traveling everywhere and doing all the things that I've been able to do. So, to be honest, I'm glad I might come back. Alright, so now y'all saw a little clip. Madisonville riverfront. All the houses are raised like this. And I'll walk over there because you guys probably aren't familiar with seeing a lot of houses like this. Let me tell you something. This all floods. When I tell you it floods, I'm telling you it floods. That's why everything is raised. I have many times seen it flood up to my knees. And the houses are so beautiful here. Everything has so much character and charm. And a great place to come and visit or live. Although if you're going to come here to live, be prepared for traffic. So there might be other beautiful places, like if you wanted to retire somewhere beautiful by the water, I'm still going to go with the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You know, if you check out my videos, I went riding down there on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I used to have lots of friends who had boats, and I used to go out on boats with them. But I don't have those friends anymore because they weren't really friends. acquaintances. Look at this. If you ride on those boats, you can see all along here the most gorgeous houses you've ever seen. Over there, you can't see. There's like condos and a marina over there. I know people who lived on their boats. You know, they just live on them. Jet skis, so much fun. Yeah. So here you go. Madisonville riverfront. Alright, we are still in Madisonville. We're heading out of town to the lake, to the end of this road. We'll run into Lake Ponchatrain. So we're actually parallel to the river that we just saw all those boats. And it is super beautiful. But again, these houses are all built up. I'm gonna put them in my car. I'm not even supposed to probably be doing this, but there's nobody coming this area. All these houses are built up because it floods big time. I actually walked my dog after we had like some kind of, I don't remember, a storm or whatever. And all this was flooded, and I had a golden retriever and walked him up here, and the water was up to my thighs, and he was swimming at one point until we turned around. So this road goes straight on out to the lakefront. It is all swamp out here. On my right and my left. You want to get eaten by an alligator, come out here, because I guarantee you they got alligators over there. And even with a heavy rain, this whole road floods big time. Okay, but one of my favorite bars / music venues is out here, and I used to come out here every Sunday for Sunday Fun Day and day drink and dance and have a good old time hanging out down here. Look at this bird. All right, bird, come on, birdie. There he goes. I'm not running over any birds in the swamp, but you see that's the swamp, the marsh, better known as a swamp. So I wanted to go at least down here to T Rivers. Look at that water. And it hadn't rained here in a week. And look at the water. So when it rains and the water comes up, then they have to close this bar. And I've also been so disappointed when my favorite local bands, because here on the North Shore of Louisiana, there are wonderful, fantastic, amazing local bands that play all the 70s and 80s and 90s music, and so amazing. See, here we're going to stop. You can see that is the river, and it is right there. I mean, it's almost coming up into the road. All right, push pause. Okay, this is a one-lane little bridge, and on my left is T Rivers. It doesn't look like much, but it is. There's some food trucks back there, and let's go over this bridge and hope nobody's coming, right? If they're coming, they better be going slow, because nobody can see what's on this bridge. It's rickety. And there's the T Rivers. Everybody comes up there with their boats, right? There's the marsh. There's the swamp, y'all. Okay, onward. I didn't bring my bike out here today because I have, it's so hot. It's like so incredibly hot today, but that never stops me before. The problem is that I've ridden my bike out here so many times. Every bike I've ever owned, I've ridden out here, except when I was a kid. So, I've ridden out here, and I thought it'd be better just to drive and not worry about that. I need to do some stuff. I have a cabin out here, and I need to do some stuff at my cabin, and I didn't want to be distracted with the temptation to ride my bike. So, yeah. There's something famous out here, more than one thing, in the area. Here's a car coming, but look at all the boats. There's a lighthouse that is very famous. Okay, and there's also an island out here that I actually have not been to, but it's a beach, and you can only get there by boat. And there's like a whole, if you have a boat and you want a fun place to come boating, this is it, because there's like a whole waterway system here that you can only get to by boat. And I'm not doing a good job of filming, but I'm trying to preserve this. This is Lake Ponchatrain out there. So from Metairie and all, you were looking in Lake Ponchatrain. This is on the other side of that big 24-mile bridge. We call it the North Shore. This is Madisonville. There's a bunch of little towns over here: Covington, Mandeville. This is Madisonville. Okay, now I got out and I can see how crowded this place is. Wow, it's amazing. So crowded. Everybody out there partying. They're building some kind of a break up there. That crane, that's usually not there. Louisiana is the biggest party state you've ever been to. Everybody out here has fun and parties, and I mean, it's about having fun, enjoying yourself, eating, drinking. This is the place to come if you like that kind of stuff, which I do. I really do. Okay, boat ramps, some docks that were destroyed by storms, because every time storms come, you know, things get destroyed. Gotta be rebuilt. So everybody with their boats. There's all the trucks pulling boat. I was going to walk to the end here and see if I can get the lighthouse. There actually is a boat out here that's been out here a long time that's like sinking, and I think now it's just nobody does anything with it. It just stays there and rusting. I'll get a picture. Look at this. It's a turtle. Shell broken. The turtle's obviously no longer. Ew. Okay, walking along here. Used to riding and doing this. But going out towards filming the lake, Lake Ponchatrain. I guess they're trying to stop some of these waves and wakes from coming in and flooding everything. And way in the distance there, you guys probably can't see it on the film. I don't know if you can, but you can see that long bridge. It's called the Causeway. It's like one of the longest ones, if not the longest one in the world, actually. It's 24 miles long from the South Shore over Metairie, New Orleans, that whole conglomerate of places. And then all over here to this area, closer to the lakes. Break wood. There is the boat, half sunk boat. Okay, continuing on here. There's the boats, people having a good time. Looks like a good time. I need to go out on a boat. Now I want to go out on a boat. Okay, and there's the old rickety tugboat, I think. I don't remember the story with this tugboat. I have to ask. I have to look that up. But, you know, and then way over there, this is what I wanted to actually film. There's the Madisonville Lighthouse, way out in the distance. And whenever you buy some gear from Madisonville or whatever, what you see is this picture of this lighthouse. So I'm gonna walk over there, and then we'll finish our little tour of Madisonville, Louisiana. There it is. dark. I can't, I mean, it's so bright out here, I can't even see what I'm filming. I hope you all got to see that, or I got to see it. There it is. All right, everybody. On to the next video. See y'all later.